As I warmed my morning tea, I filled my bowl with Fruit Loops and milk and added my spoon and watched as the Fruit Loops jumped to the surface to meet me today, and I smiled. They are just bright and cheerful for me. And my mind wandered back to last year, about the same time as now, when I was training a group of students from around the world for the upcoming Feng Shui year. And I invited the students one day to meet me early morning for breakfast. And every one of them showed up. I asked them to bring a bowl of Fruit Loops and add fruit if they wanted to. We were going to share a global breakfast together. That's all they knew. So I instructed them what to do. I said, take your bowl and pour your Fruit Loops in. Add fruit if you like. Now add some milk. And then take your spoon and move the cereal through the milk to saturate it. So we gathered together and we all enjoyed a bowl of Fruit Loops together. During the time, I said, if you would like, share your experience with everyone here. Place it in the chat. Well, most of the chats were normal, yeah. This tastes really good. I like the way we're all together having breakfast. This is cool. I had a lot of people say, this brings me back to my childhood. If they had this when I was in school, I would have loved going. This is great. But there was one that stood out among the rest, which I was looking for. This one lady wrote in, my experience today was this. When I poured my Fruit Loops in the bowl, it made me smile because it was bright and colorful and cheerful. When I added the milk, I noticed how the Fruit Loops bounced to the surface and just floated around. When I dipped my spoon in, I watched as the Fruit Loops changed positions and flowed through my bowl. They were really delicious and they smelled great. This was incredible. As I will bring you through right now, what she was saying is what you will be saying when your home is Feng Shui Marlena's way. It will be joyful for you. It will bring a smile to you. It's bright. When you add the Feng Shui, it bounces the energy to the surface, which is positive. And then the energy begins to swirl around and change positions. That's what we're doing when we use Feng Shui. As you see on the screen, there is the Feng Shui element chart And all the colors are in the Froot Loops. How amazing, huh? We have yellow for the earth, purple for the metal, blue for the water, green for the wood, and pink for the fire. How amazing is that, everyone? That a bowl of Froot Loops could actually bring energy to you right now. I am Marlena from mjfengshui.com, and it is time right now for you to join me in this year's course that's starting right now for the new year. We're going to be making our home a $1 million magnet. Underneath the video, the link to enroll in this year's school will be there for you. We are going to be entering in the year of the fire horse. The fire horse is going to bring in a double fire energy, which means we are going to be pretty much void of water elements. Water element is the element for abundance and wealth. So this year, when you take this course, you and your home are going to have the element much needed. So think about making your home a $1 million magnet. I want to share with you a couple testimonials, and one which is really amazing. The first one was a woman that was brand new to Feng Shui. She didn't know much. Her home felt stagnant and heavy. And she didn't know what to do. She wanted to move, but she didn't have the funds. So she felt stuck. She decided to take the course last year. She said the first thing she noticed after doing the first part of the class was her home began to feel more like a home for her. The energy felt great. She decided to stay. She also ended up buying herself new furniture. She was really excited. She couldn't wait to see what the second and third part of the classes brought to her. She just knew that something was working for her. That's the first woman. The second one was John. John wanted to start his own animal medical service, which would be mobile, where he would bring the meds around to the pet owner. But for 2 years, he couldn't do it because his van was broken down, and every time he would try and get the money, something would break down in his life to stop him. Now he had a side hustle that wasn't going nowhere, and his job paid just enough to take care of the monthly expenses and a little left over. So he decided he was going to take the Feng Shui course that he heard about from a friend and see what would happen for him. He was really ready to see results. So as he began the course, he followed along with all the instructional videos and got his house set up. Then he decided that he was going to set an intention. that he would get his van fixed. So, as he had set up his home, punctuated it, he set the intention, and he went about his business. He says within the 2 weeks, his side hustle business sold $400 and something worth of merchandise, which he hadn't sold in over 2 years, anything in there. That paid for the van. He then had a Feng Shui consultation. I helped him to choose the Feng Shui name for his business. And now John is in his joyful place in life. The next one is a really cute story. The woman was new to Feng Shui. She followed all the videos, instructions and all, really seriously, because she said her life was really boring, right? And so was her home. She had a dead-end job she couldn't stand. Nobody talked to her. So she went to work lonely. She went home lonely. That was just her life, the way it was. For several years, she just tolerated it to pay the bills and, keep living. But she wanted more, of course. She had a dream and a goal. So she really followed the instructions to a T. And then she thought about, I got my house all feng shui. Now I need to get my refrigerator repaired because we're not supposed to have broken energy. So she made the call and the repairman showed up. The first thing he said to her was, wow, your home smelled really nice. When he stepped in, and he was in for a few moments, he said, this house is really comfortable. You're a lucky woman. Now, she had never thought of herself as a lucky woman, believe me. And as they were talking, they hit it off. He asked her out on a date. She accepted. She told me afterward she hadn't had a date in years. Amazingly, right? So, she went back to her dead-end job, a little happier. She was pouring her morning coffee. She heard a voice say, good morning. She looked around. There was a lady standing there, waiting her turn to pour the coffee. And she said, good morning, back to her. The woman said, are you new here? She said, no, I've been here for years. She said, funny, I never noticed you. She said in her mind, yeah, nobody did. So they started talking a little bit. They found that they had an interest in gardening. She said, oh, wow, you too, huh? This is great. She now had 2 new people in her life. The loneliness left. See what Feng Shui did for her. Now, the most incredible story ever. I saved it for the last today, but it is best. I can tell you now. This beautiful woman came through many abusive relationships, and her family totally was turned against her, right? So she had no help from family, and she just felt, alone, abused, neglected, rejected, that story. And she was living in a home that she was there for many years, and suddenly she found herself faced with a foreclosure. She tried all the remedies they said, you know, do this, do that. The bank would not help her. Now the bank is telling her to try this stuff, and they would not work with her at all. So all she saw was she was going to end up in the street real soon. She was really scared, of course. No friends, no help. She didn't know really what she was going to do, but she decided that she was going to try Feng Shui. So she reached out to me and asked if she could join the course and make certain payments. Of course, I said yes. And we worked together. I am her mentor, teacher, and I know what fear is like. I know what abuse is like, so I could really help her out. So she started the videos. She let them play, and she said she was going to set up the house anyway, you know, doing it so that she could, you know, see how it works for her future place she would end up in someday with her mind. As a test, basically. So she set it up. She played the downloads to clear the house and the energy. Well, it took her about 2 weeks to, implement everything, which is average. We don't rush. Um, you work one area at a time, following the instructions. She did notice that she felt a lot lighter in the home. There wasn't as much pressure or stress, she said, and she could actually sleep a little better. She wasn't, on edge all night, worrying and tossing and turning. So she's like, all right. So that was the first thing. Now, when we were into the second part of the course, where we would go a lot deeper and work together, her phone rang. And it was her dad. And he said, hi, it's Dad. She hadn't talked to her father in 20 years. She thought, why is he calling? Did somebody pass away? And he said, hi, it's Dad. I wanted to make sure that I could, connect with you. It's been a long time, I know. But I am coming to see you. I wanted to make sure you were home. She said, what happened? He said, nothing happened. I just have something for you. And she said, what's that? He said, well, I wanted to surprise you. I actually went and bought you a brand new home. And I am on my way with the key. She was sitting on a stool and she fell off onto the floor, stunned. And I can understand that. Because here's this woman, no friends, no family, no nothing, ready to be put in the street, comes and takes a Feng Shui course. Suddenly, her dad shows up. with her solution she never expected. He showed up with the key. He took her to the new home. And he said, everything's paid. She showed me photos. It's beautiful. She said she has the most amazing energy there. It's perfect for her. She put a beautiful garden fountain system. She loves it. I had to share that with you today. What will happen for you? I am ready to hear your testimonial. Because this year, we are going to make your home $1 million magnet. Now, each one of those people that I just shared with you, what happened for them was worth $1 million. You see, sometimes you receive something you didn't expect. It just happens when the energy shifts, when the vibration matches. That's what you receive. So we're going to set your goal. You're going to write it down, and you're going to get determined to see that goal manifested before your eyes. And something better than that is going to happen this year for you. We're going to make your home $1 million magnet. If you are ready, the universe is ready. Underneath this video is your link to your $1 million magnet. Your home is your castle. You are the queen or the king of that castle. All you need to do is put on your crown and bring that Feng Shui balance in so it flows in balance for you and your home. Now your home is unique. It's different from everyone else's home. It has its own energy system. When I help you tap into your home's energy system and boost it up and align it, that's when you see amazing results. Now, this year, you are invited to join me in the school of Feng Shui, Marlena's Way. Go underneath the video right now. Enroll in the course. Don't leave it to chance. Do something. Take action. The course is set up for you individually. I will be there every step of the way. You will not be alone. And even after we are done and we're in the year of the fire horse, you can reach out to me with questions and I will be there to answer them. This is not for people that do not do anything. This is for people that actually take a course and take action. So when you enroll, you will receive a set of video tutorials, instructional videos. Take one at a time and work on that one before you move to the next one. In the meantime, you can play the downloads to clear your home and you. You can take those with you if you travel anywhere, including your job, and play them on low to clear the energy there. If you go to a hotel, use it there. If you have a meeting, use it there, right? If you go shopping, use it, all right? Think about it. Bring it with you to clear the energy. It works awesomely, all right? So you're getting a blessing just by taking this year's Feng Shui course. Now, the second part you will receive in a couple of weeks when we are beginning to go into the more advanced part of the course. When we come to that point, everyone will receive my support as well during it. We'll have a couple of calls together. And after that, for part 3, we are going to all come together and we are going to build our vision board. That's where we set our intention of what our goals are. All together, everybody does it. And it's fun, it's exciting to see what happens, what actually manifests from your vision board. And I already had 7 out of 9 of mine for this year, so that's very good, okay, very, very good. Other people had all of theirs. Some are on a cruise right now, and guess what? I'm watching their home and their animals. It's just amazing. So anyway, I'm waiting for your name to bounce into my email box with your information. So after you enroll in the course, you'll get an email. I believe it's going to come from my old email box, which will be like by Audible Angels. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. If you don't get it, reach out to me. I want you to email me and let me know that you joined the course and put your email address there. I like to keep it in a couple places because of the electronics, and right now we are in Mercury retrograde. So you can do something and it will delete. And it'll say, I know I did it, where to go? Right? It's disappearing. It's crazy energy. So as you're deciding to take the course and getting ready, I'm going to invite you today to pour yourself a bowl of Froot Loops. And look at the beautiful colors. Smell it because it smells so good. Add some fruit to it. You know, once in your life, have a little joy in a bowl. Enjoy your day. This is Marlena from mjfengshui.com. Subscribe to the channel. Press the like button and stir your feng shui spoon today in the positive direction for you. I'm looking forward to helping you make your home a $1 million magnet. That's what I do. My intention is to see you thriving and happy and joyful and enjoying every moment of your home. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.